Hello everyone, so today I'm going to share with you some of my favorites for this past month of February. I can't believe it's already the last week of February. It's crazy how time flies. Some of these things I have been using a lot this month, and a few of these things I've been using since last month, and I didn't do a favorites last month. I don't think I did. I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't do a favorites. Mommy Brian here. Anywho, so I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite things. A few beauty things, and then a few other things, some like body care things, food items, things like that. Every now and again I like to share just randoms with you guys, not just focused on beauty things, just kind of all kinds of stuff. So if you want to know about any of the makeup that I'm wearing for today's video, look in the description box, because I'm going to start writing down the things that I have been using and videos that I'm not doing, like makeup tutorials, because I've been asked to share the things that I've been wearing because you guys have enjoyed it. So I'm going to do better at putting everything in the description box for you, listing everything that I'm using. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the makeup products. I don't have that many, just because I've been doing pretty much the same thing all the time. This past month I've done different variations for tutorials here and there that I've done, different looks, eyeshadows and things like that, but I have noticed that I haven't been wearing a whole lot of eyeshadow lately on my off time, off camera. I like to do it for videos and things like that, just because I want to do something different and, you know, try different things and use my products. So I've been, you know, if I do eyeshadow, I've been using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I love that palette. I get asked all the time to do tutorials on it, so I will be doing more in the future coming up soon. But my first makeup product is my CC cream. It's the Your Skin But Better with SPF 50 in it. I have it in the shade Light, which is a bit too dark. The Fair is way too light for me, so I'm kind of in between. I do need to go pick up like maybe the mini travel size of the Fair and kind of add just a touch of that into this to get the exact perfect match. But I like this. As I mentioned before, I've done videos where I've shown you guys my basic routine for getting, you know, healthy looking, dewy looking skin. And as I've said before in plenty of videos, I'm a mom and I look for multi-purpose things that I could use, like this, for example. It's got some coverage. It can moisturize, which I don't rely on this as my moisturizer, but you could, because it's one of the benefits or the marketing things about it. It's got anti-aging ingredients, so it could be your serum. It says anti-aging hydrating serum. So there it is. This is right on the packaging. It's got your SPF 50, which is great, UVA, UVB protection. So it can sort of condense down your routine. If you do your skincare in the morning, you put this on. Maybe set it with some powder if you're oily. I only set it in the T-zone, like on my nose and right here where I have larger pores, and just a touch through the forehead. And then everything else, like the cheeks and the, you know, the outer perimeter of my face, I do not put any powder at all. And I've enjoyed that. I feel like it makes, I don't know, it just makes my skin look a little bit more youthful than piling on so many powder products, because you guys know I love my powders. I've noticed that, you know, using this less powder gives me more of that dewy looking skin. And it's great. It has really good coverage. Today I'm wearing it with just one pump. I like everything to be soft and natural, so for me a pump is really good. You could do 2 pumps for more full coverage. Okay, so my last makeup-y things that I have just enjoyed and loved, and I mentioned this in my last video of dewy skin, it's my highlighters. The LORAC one, this is in the shade called Starlight. It's a soft champagne color. It is the most beautiful color ever. I absolutely love it. It's very complementary to a lot of skin tones. It's not chalky looking, and it doesn't look weird when you put on the skin. It almost looks like it's your skin. It's like melting into your skin in a way. And when you apply it, you can't see where you start and finish the product. I mean, of course, if you look at it, oh, you can see I have highlighter on, and then I don't have any other highlighter in any other parts of my face. But just the way it melts into the skin, it just looks like it's radiating from your skin. And I have this on, and I have another highlighter that I'm going to show you, but this is just beautiful. It's a pretty champagne color. You can use this as eyeshadow. You can use it in the inner corner. It's very brightening and just really pretty, and as you can see, it just makes your skin look so pretty. It's very finely milled, so it's not one of those highlighters that just looks like it's sitting on the skin. It blends in, and I think it's just because it's so kind of creamy feeling almost in a way. But it's a powder, and I love it. Again, LORAC Starlight. I have been mixing it with the Too Faced highlighter. This is the newest one, the diamond highlighter. I think the packaging is just absolutely adorable. It's just so pretty to leave out on your vanity or, you know, wherever you do your makeup in the mornings. It's just really cute. But the highlighter itself is really nice. It looks like a diamond the way it's poured into the pan. It's like a cut diamond almost. And I've mentioned this. I've done a video just on this, kind of like a first impressions. I'm trying to see if the light will kind of catch the multi-dimension colors that are in there, but it won't, just the lighting. But this is really pretty. I'm wearing it over the LORAC one, and when I put this on over LORAC, it just almost kind of like brightens up the look, and it looks really pretty. If you want to see this more in action, check out my latest tutorial about my dewy skin for every day, because when I put my CC cream on, I always put some highlighter on. I just love the way it looks, and this on top of the LORAC one, it's just a perfect pair, and I think it's really pretty, and it just elevates that highlight. It just looks like skin again, because this is also one of those highlighters that's very finely milled. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about some body care products. I picked this new moisturizer, the Gold Bond Ultimate Radiance Renewal. It has coconut oil, cocoa butter, and African shea butter in it. And I picked this up for my husband because he has really dry skin, but I have been using it myself. It's very thick. It exfoliates and nourishes visibly dry skin, and it provides, it says here, 24-hour moisturization with no greasiness. It is very thick. If you've ever tried any of the Gold Bond body moisturizers or lotions, they're extremely thick. So if you have dry skin, I've talked about this brand before plenty of times in lots of videos. I love their products. I think that they are really great for body care. And this one is a triple blend, like I said, coconut oil, cocoa butter, and African shea butter. And it helps remove dead skin cells that causes the skin to look ashy or flaky. And I enjoy it. I feel like it does work, and it keeps my skin really nice and hydrated. It is very thick, and even though it's thick, it doesn't make you feel like you're kind of sticking or your clothes kind of stick to you. I don't particularly like to use the Gold Bond products in the summertime just because they are very thick, so this is more of a kind of winter care type of product. You can use this, put a lot of this on your feet, put some socks on, go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, your feet are really nice and soft and very hydrated. I use this on my hands because my hands, which brings me to my next thing, have not been in the best of shape. I used to be very meticulous about taking care of my nails and my hands, and over the last year or so, I haven't really been doing that, and I can see a difference. I can tell. My skin has been, on my hands, have been really rough, really dry, very red, and just flaky, dry. So I've been using the Gold Bond Healing Hand Cream. Every time I wash my hands, I have this on the windowsill above my kitchen sink. So I've been trying to be very diligent about putting on some type of moisturizer on my hands. And again, this is another Gold Bond product, and I like it. It helps hydrate the skin. And what I noticed that when I put this on and I leave it on for several hours, and then I just happen to need to wash my hands for whatever reason, it still leaves a bit of a kind of soft kind of coating on the hands, so it does protect the hands. But it's important to hydrate your hands every time you wash, especially now because I've been washing my hands a lot. My son was very sick with pneumonia in January. Then my husband gets sick. I'm getting sick, and I'm constantly washing in my hands, sanitizing things, and so my hands have taken a turn for the worse. And don't look at my nails. They're horrible. But this is really good. And speaking of hydrating, I'm going to show you another product that I use on my hands. I have it all over my chest today. It's the coconut oil, the Vita Coco. This is just the organic, virgin, cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil. I put this on my hands. I put it a little bit through my hair, on my chest, just to kind of keep everything very hydrated. I like using it for my nails and my cuticles, and I also cook with the same one. So it's really good to have. I keep this in my kitchen, and I just kind of grab some as I need it with a spoon. And it's just your standard coconut oil, but I like this brand, and I have enjoyed it. I use it for a lot of cooking purposes and also for my hands. I have my dog. Hey girl, what you doing? Okay, so next thing is coconut water. Since we're talking about coconut, I buy a case of these organic coconut waters from the Kirkland's brand. This is a Costco thing. I absolutely love these. I love coconut, anything. But I have noticed that some coconut waters that you buy are full of a lot of sugars. And when you taste them, they are extremely sweet and almost sugary tasting. And if you've ever had the opportunity to drink coconut water, like from a green coconut, like have somebody like cut it open, put a straw in it, you taste that and you're used to that, and then you purchase store-bought ones, it doesn't, no. I have had the opportunity to try fresh coconut water from a coconut. If you go to Puerto Rico to visit for whatever reason, vacation or anything, I have family that lives there, and when I've gone there, I went there years ago, I had one, just a coconut, a green one, and it was freaking delicious. So this is the closest that I've been able to find that tastes like real, fresh, straight from a coconut type of thing, where it doesn't taste sugary. It does have sugar, 13 grams of total sugar. They do add 3 grams worth of sugar in there. So even though there is added organic sugar in it, it doesn't taste very sugary. It tastes like legit coconut water. And this is so good for you for hydrating. It's got potassium, vitamin C, phosphorus, magnesium, calcium. Did I say calcium already? Yeah, calcium. No, it says iron, but then it says 0%. Vitamin D, 0%, so I don't even know what's the point of putting it on there. But this is actually really good. And I try not to have more than one of these a day because I've been just doing a lot of lemon water, which I will show you my little mug that I use for that. But this is actually really good. So if you have a Costco membership, pick it up. It's good. It's like $10 for a case. And speaking of water, I went and got myself one of these like Bubba mugs. I don't know what's the technical term for this, but it's the ones that say the Bubba mug on there, Bubba. I got this at Walmart for $8 and change, so less than $9. And this is 34 ounces, and I drink about 3 of these a day. And about 1.5 average is what I should be drinking, because you take your weight, divide it in half, that's the amount of water in ounces. So mine is like around 54 ounces. So I don't really need to drink 2 full ones of these a day to get my adequate intake of water. But I drink water all the time, and I've upped my game in water over the last week that I've been using larger mugs instead of smaller ones that I have to constantly refill. I fill this up, and I've got some, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick it up in here. I've got lemons. I can't pick it up with the straw, but I've got lemon slices in there. Lemon helps boost the effects of water. It helps alkalize the body, and it's so important to keep your body in an alkalized state. So if you're interested in any of that, look it up. It's very important to have an alkalized body, and it's just great. Everybody should be drinking a lot of water. I don't want to be, let me just tell you, my aunt is like the water police. Have you drank your water? Are you drinking water? When she was here visiting, she'd ask me like, are you drinking enough water? Like every 5 seconds. And it's so important. And of course, for everybody, but just for me in particular, I have mentioned that I want more children, and I have been trying for quite some time now for another baby, and it's important to drink water. So I want to make sure that I am getting into the healthy habits of drinking a lot of water, so that when that day comes, hopefully soon, I am accustomed to drinking a lot of water, because when you're pregnant, you definitely have to have a lot of fluid intake. So get yourself one of these mugs. They're really inexpensive. Throw some slices of lemon in it. Fill it up a couple times. Like I said, I drink about 3 of those a day, and on top of that, I have sometimes one of these or half of these in a day. So I'm going to the potty a whole lot. And you will if you drink a lot of water, but it's so important for you. So I'd recommend that mug because it's 34 ounces. So if you can find one that's, you know, the exact amount that you're supposed to drink for your body weight, then it just makes it easier because you fill it once or twice and you know, okay, I've done my 1 refill or I've gone in for 2 refills. I know I'm supposed to be at a certain point, and I've gotten to that point, and I'm drinking my water because it's so important. And I've been asked, somebody asked me on Instagram why my skin always looks great. First of all, thank you. Second of all, my skin isn't exactly perfect. I've had issues with redness, irritation, and over the last several months, I've been sort of focusing on my water intake, making sure that I'm eating as healthy as I can. And it's just a lot of things that go into play of having good skin. And it's not just, and this will take me into my next thing, it's not just about skincare and topical things to make your skin look nice. It's about taking care of your skin from the inside out. And I feel like that's very important. I don't feel like, I don't know, I just don't know if it's being talked about enough on YouTube about how internal health is reflecting in the outside of your body. When you look at yourself in the mirror, when you see redness, irritation, acne, you know, rosacea, things like that, it's all stemming from something internal. So with my quest to be as healthy as I can and have myself, you know, in a really good, healthy state, everything balanced and where it should be, I've been incorporating probiotics into my diet. I have read endlessly about probiotics and how incredibly important they are for overall gut health. I don't want to get into it too much because I'm not a medical professional at all. I never claimed to be. So these are just things that I have read and I applied to my personal life and to my family. So I started with a probiotic-based powder so that I can get into the habit of taking probiotics every day. And so I started taking or drinking the Raw Reserve from Amazing Grass. And I have it in the original. This comes in 2 flavor. Original, which is a bunch of greens, and it tastes like blended grass. And the berry. I don't know what the berry one tastes like. But this is ultra premium greens from land, freshwater, sea-packed, with 25 billion probiotics, and it's per serving. So you get kale, chlorella, it's the broken cell. Let me see, where is it at? Yeah, cracked cell, not broken cell, cracked cell chlorella. I've been reading about how that is one of the biggest superfoods that is so incredible for your body. And it's got vitamins like potassium, calcium, vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin A. It's got 2 grams of protein, no sugar. It's gluten-free and organic, non-GMO, no sugar added. It's a whole food supplement. You get 30 servings of these, and I do 1 scoop of this every single morning. And I mix it in with OJ because this stuff, if you mix it with water, it doesn't taste very good. It tastes pretty gross. It's a little bit gritty, so I take orange juice that have lots of pulp in it, and that kind of covers up the gritty texture in my mouth because I can't stand it, and it feels kind of gritty and sandy in your mouth. And so I shake it up in my blender bottle and I just drink it 8 ounces straight. I can chug it and be done with it. The orange juice really does kill that green, grassy kind of flavor because it's got alfalfa, it's got barley grass, kale, kelp, sea lettuce, matcha. It has all kinds of ginger, aloe vera, cayenne, organic dandelion. And the other good thing about this that I really liked, and that's why I purchased this besides the 25 billion probiotics, is the EFA fiber blend. So the essential fatty acids are so important for your body, and it comes from chia seeds and flax seeds. So you get a good amount of it in here, and this is what it looks like. I got mine at Sprouts. Actually, you know what? I'm about halfway with this, so hopefully my camera will focus so you guys can see that. That's what it's called, the Raw Reserve. And if you go to like health food stores, you can find green powders, whole nutrition, whole food supplement powders with probiotics in it. If you're interested in it, do your research before you purchase stuff like this so you know what you're buying. Last 2 things, my gluten-free bread. I've been doing gluten-free for almost 2 months now. There's been a few days within the 2 months that I have not had gluten, like Valentine's Day. Went to an Italian restaurant, which was incredible, by the way. And I decided to go all out with pasta and dessert because it was Valentine's Day, right? You know, whatever. So I am pretty much doing gluten-free every single day. And a lot of the things that I eat normally are gluten-free anyways. But one of the things that I enjoy is toast from time to time. I do a lot of egg whites in the morning, omelets, egg white frittatas. And I like to have toast with it. Sometimes I like to have just toast in the middle of the day with a touch of butter, just barely anything, so it gives it a little bit of so it's not so dry, So I like to do gluten-free, and I've been sticking with it for a number of reasons, and I have been enjoying this bread from La Brea Bakery. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is what it looks like. I get it at my local Kroger's, which is called King Soopers here in Colorado, and I'm probably missing about 4 slices from this whole loaf. So as you can see, it's not as big, the slices, and it's not as long, the loaf, and wide slices as regular bread. And they're sliced actually pretty good thickness. I don't think that they are super thin. It is more expensive, and unfortunately it is expensive to eat gluten-free, or a lot of healthy foods are expensive these days, and I feel like that's just wrong. It shouldn't be. It should be affordable for everybody to be able to eat really well. So this is $5.99 for a loaf of bread, and I go through this pretty regularly because I do eat toast if I want a snack or something. Instead of grabbing, chips, cookies, or anything like that, I go for some toast with some oranges or some fruit. I don't know, I like toast. I like toast, and this is the one that I have been enjoying. It's a multi-grain. If you would have given me this with some egg white scrambles in the morning, I wouldn't have been able to tell that it's gluten-free, which is great because it tastes just like a multi-grain bread, and it's really healthy and it's really good for you, and it doesn't have gluten. So if you're interested in a gluten-free option, check out King Soopers if you're in Colorado, or Kroger's everywhere else, and see if you can find it. My last thing is not a food item, but it is for food, and I shared with Snapchat family already about this, so I wanted to include the YouTube fam on the Meyers Green Bags. This is my second pack of this. I got it recently at Bed Bath & Beyond for about $10, $9.99, and you get 20 green bags, and you have 8 mediums, 8 large, and 4 extra large. And what this does, it helps keep your fruits and vegetables, fruits and vegetables fresher longer. And it's a BPA-free bag. You can use each bag for up to 10 times, so 8 to 10 times per bag. And what ends up happening is that when you get your fruit and you get your little carton of strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, all that stuff, because I always buy those fresh all the time throughout the week, when you leave them in those containers, over time they go bad. And it's just, fruit does not last very long. And I've been able to extend my fruit for much longer using these bags. It's just a green bag. Obviously they're called green bag. And it comes in several sizes, so I will just show you what they look like really quickly. So this is the small one. Yes, the small one. And it's like this. So you open it up. You put all your strawberries in it, your grapes. I put my bananas in here because bananas do go bad fast, and I cannot stand bananas with spots. I'm really particular. I'm really particular about my bananas. I like them with a little bit of green and mostly yellow, like no brown. Like, the more green it is, the better for me. It's just how I like it because it's not as sweet. So I put them in here, and I'm able to eat bananas every single day and not have to worry about, oh, they've got spots or they're really ripe, and I don't like it because they're really sugary and sweet. So these really do help. You can get at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can also order them on Amazon. My first pack that I ever purchased was off of HSN. I believe it was HSN. But I looked recently, and they didn't have it on the website anymore, so I don't know if this is just something that it's going to be Bed Bath & Beyond only. So definitely check them out. It says Made in the USA, and this is what the packaging looks like. So if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond and you look in the kitchen section, I found these kind of like on the wall with all like the kitchen, like cool little gadgets and things like that. So check that out because it definitely has saved me a lot of money. And I just want to kind of pass that on to you guys, any of you, because I eat fruit all the time, every day, all day. And I don't have to go buy them every couple days now because I've got new Meyers Green Bags. So that is it. This video has been extremely long. I have gone into a lot of details about like food things and some of the makeup products that I've just been enjoying. But these are just some of my kind of standout products for the last month and also from January that I just wanted to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel like sharing some of your favorites, then you can leave me your favorites in the comment section because I love hearing back from you guys. And let me know what you want to see in future videos because I would love to do content that you guys would like to see. Don't forget. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's always on the screen here. And I will see you guys very soon. Have a fabulous week, guys. Bye-bye.